All right, all right, all right. What's happening, fellas?
What's happening?
JK47, what's going on?
got the JK47 going. Man, I got on the on his monthly subscription. So get the it's $100 t-shirt, essentially is what it is. Right. So I don't know how good of a deal it really is.
I like it.
Yeah, you get a new one every month, so it's pretty cool. He's got some.
Who is it?
The Lion's Not Sheep.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And I was wearing the other one the other day, and I had stopped in somewhere, and I had like 3 or 4 different people. It was the one that he put out for Independence Day. It said, the Lion's Not Sheep, that had the American flag. And stopped in, had a cocktail, and the dude goes, "On me, brother," for the shirt. I was like, dude,
that's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Are you in the den?
No, I didn't get in.
Yeah. I mean, I got in and got out. It just, it's going to be what you make it. You know what I'm saying? But it just, I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
What is that? Their mastermind group?
Yeah. Yeah. So most all those guys, including Stuman, they all have like a 297 core product that they try to get everybody into, and then upsell out of those things to other different things and whatnot. And then they all have the flying Fridays like Stuman has.
Yep.
Once a month once a month you can fly into some hands-on stuff that they do.
Yep.
I like that model.
I do too. It really is. It is. And it was kind of cool, I shared the story and I started listening to it, but Garrett was on Brad Lee's podcast yesterday. And, Garrett's crazy. And, a lot of that, they all went through Garrett's stuff. So it's a lot of, modeling after that, just finding what's worked. So it's good, man. I think those guys are having a significant impact. And, of course you've got what, Ed and they're doing with Arate, and, there's some really powerful groups out there that are, standing for the right things in this country. It's pretty inspiring.
Yeah.
Speaking of dynamic groups that stand for the right things, what's up, Honey Badger Nation?
You.
Come on.
Yes, sir. I wanted to, you guys tuning in, man, welcome. If you got any questions, comments, throw it in. I do want to tell you the changes we have coming. And one of the changes, and it's actually going to start next week, is that these Tuesday calls, we're going to condense them down to just 30 minutes. So if you've got questions, be ready, right? We're going to rapid fire. We're going to get in, we're going to hit them. And then what we're doing at 12:30 Eastern every week is we're diving into our rapid funnel tool. And we're working with their team over there, and we're creating an extensive training library of best practices in real time with that tool. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up what's coming. And us, we're always about innovation and hard work. Well, innovation, and this is from one of our main mentors, Jay Abraham, innovation is just adding value. And if you guys have been riding with us long enough, you know that we're always pushing to add more value. And so we've also thrown in a couple new places to connect to help you guys solve problems during the week. Al, you guys want to kind of share the 2 new calls that will be starting next week as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, we're going all in on adding value. I'm super pumped about it. In the past we've done a couple calls that were always very well attended. One was really we're calling them Honey Badger success calls, but it's really the skills training. And so there's a myriad of different topics that we'll be covering, but it's really on lead generation, lead conversion, lead follow-up, and will nicely kind of go along with what you learn if you've got your CHSA, CHBA certifications. But it's the what to say. And so, like, if you're an agent that's not getting to your goals and you want to have more consistency, this is going to be, where you learn our methodology on how to do that. So Wally Bressler is going to be joining us and doing those calls. And Wally's one of the best in the game at it. So definitely going to be some value there. That's going to be weekly. These are also going to be able to be invited to, because we're going to be doing them where you can invite from the app. So if you have people that you want to bring to these trainings, like we're doing this one here on StreamYard, so nobody outside the group can be invited to it, can't be used as a tool to leverage. These two weekly calls that we're adding are going to be going to be done where you can invite to them. You'll have to know who you're inviting. You're not going to be able to see like the whole entire list of people that join unless you're on there with them. But the intention is for to be able to leverage all the value add stuff that we're doing to attract more people to join with us as well. So if you need to get your production up, that call will be great for that. It'll be great for getting getting people a taste of what it is that we're doing here. When they do join with us here at EXP. The second call is going to be focused around the actual lead generation, the Facebook ads that we're running. I've got Braden looking into this right now. We've got a great we got several ads that are working really great. The price reduced ad is working really great, but we're really going to be hands-on and showing you exactly what we're doing as far as lead generation, cost per lead, little tweaks that we're doing to ads that are working. And then, back in the day, I don't know if John, I know you'll remember this, but one of the marketing angles that we always used, and because I've been here in Frisco looking at houses, I'm paying attention to this because, vacant houses are a lot easier to negotiate on. So the perception of a home that's vacant is that somebody's paying for a mortgage probably in two places, right? Or they're paying for two places at least. And so that's another marketing angle that we've got Braden looking into, getting that all set up. So, and testing those ads as well. So, that's going to be more hands-on with the lead generation, the things that we're doing that are working. And it's crazy. We've done a really poor job of like sharing how many wins we're having when we're building your ads for you and helping you guys with the lead gen stuff. It's incredible. How much money can be made if you just understand a few little things about some of the lead generation and how to do it right. And so, that's going to be fun. We're going to be adding a ton of value. So those two calls are going to be new every single week for Honey Badger Nation. So we're stoked about that. Al, anything that I missed or you want to piggyback on top of that or John?
Just that call with Braden is going to be on Friday. So we thought it kind of worked to call it Funnel Fridays. I don't know if we have a time on it yet, but, basically you're going to be able to, if you have a problem, the way we've kind of restructured our week in connecting with everyone is to solve problems that we're hearing that people have the most problems with. And so we're not expecting everyone to be on every single one 5 days a week, but there's really everything like 5 days a week, from kitchens where he's interviewing a millionaire, multimillionaire real estate agent about all their secrets on Wednesdays with Expert Mentors Live, to, Thursdays call on skills, which if you joined us with Coach Burt, by the way, speaking of that, get that out to agents, get that out to, if you're a team leader, get it to your agents, or better yet, have your weekly training in if you have an office or whatever, and then watch it together. It's always more fun collaborating and watching these things together. But that's, we're going to our goal is to bring the best of the best. No cookie cutter, things that are proven, not just, bullshit theory on what someone thinks is going to work. Like, this is stuff that will help you grow your business if you implement it, period. And so, mark your calendars. And what we're going to do is, Holly, if she hasn't already, she may have already done it. And I'm trying to put some of the key links that you should maybe save somewhere, but we're going to actually have a landing page similar to Brent Gove's event page.
I have everything.
And it's honeybadgerevents.com. And it'll just literally have all of the links. It'll have all of the dates of everything that we're doing all in one place. And we apologize that we haven't put that out there yet, but It's just
So
something.
we like to see how much you will persevere when trying to find.
Honey Badger's going to find the link anyway, but we're going to make it easier. Yeah. So look for that coming, and we'll start to promote that. All right. So fast track, reconnecting the resources to build a lead funnel and recruiting resources, onboarding new people. BC Reese, what's up?
What's up, BC?
Man, I haven't heard from BC in a minute.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Welcome back to the being plugged in, my man.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's what we were just talking about. So talking about building lead funnels, that's going to be Funnel Fridays. You connect in, you'll see the ads, how to build the funnel out. Most of the time we have the funnel that we can just like send you depending on what service you're using for a CRM. And then it's just basically connecting with us every week, sharpening your sword every single week. It's not about going to the class once and expecting you got it. It's about going to the fanatical or $1 million follow-up and doing it over and over again. And this is just an idea. I don't want to throw our call off in a different direction, but my uncle, he got into photography and he got me this thing for Christmas. I found this thing at the bottom of a box, and I hate usually these things, man. I throw them right in the garbage. Like who uses calendars like this? But I didn't have the heart to do it because he took so much time in taking these pictures of birds. But what I was thinking was, I have all these sticky notes of all the things like the closes, the sweet tea close, like all the things right here. Sounds like. I think what we should do is have someone put it together in like a flip chart, kind of like a little a thing like this that you can keep right on your desk. That way you're all those things we're learning are right in front of you all the time. So that's another project I'm going to put on my plate and get that across the finish line so you guys can order yours and you have it right there in front of you when you're having a conversation with a prospect. I know sometimes I forget. I'm like, damn, I wish I would have said that right at that moment. and I forget about it. So look for the flashcards coming out because, we need one more thing on our plate.
Remember it because we had the little flip guy that would have all of our scripts and had everything was flipped real quick and then go right to it. I know I got one of them around here somewhere. Oh man,
love it.
So so we're adding these touch points in, just like Al said. We're trying to find one central location, website, be able to drive everybody to find everything. But I think also, to BC, rapid funnel tool. I mean, it's the tool, it's the app to be able to really get into and utilize. And that's kind of what I was saying is that, these calls will be condensed starting next week, 30 minutes, and then we'll roll right into with the rapid funnel team and working in real time, best practices of utilizing that app.
I put the link to that app up in the comments as well, along
Albie,
with all the links.
Talk to us about what we've got coming up in your neck of the woods next month.
Yeah, we are gearing up. Man, it's looking good. The people reaching out, buying up sponsors, buying up cabanas. I just deposited 2 checks today, and we're going to keep rocking it out and filling them cabanas up. So, yes, so we have agent to CEO. If you're planning on coming into Cleveland, my recommendation is to come in Sunday. The 6th, September 6th, that night of the 6th. We have a room block at the Aloft Hotel, and that's on the east bank of the Flats. And then we're going to up and early, and we're going to be hitting it on the 7th and the 8th. We got a great lineup of speakers, including the 2 of you guys, Holly Kitchens on marketing, and we have the beautiful Veronica Figueroa. So super excited. V's coming in. She's going to really open up her playbook and show you exactly how she built an organization that sells over 2,000 homes a year. Not an easy task. Not too many people on earth that have accomplished that with a real estate team anyway. And she is absolutely inspiring. So yeah, we got that. But yeah, everything's falling in line. Of course, then we're going to rock the night away with our friends. Dusty Black's coming in. He is so pumped. He's been me and him been messaging back and forth. And I think this is the thing that I want to share with everybody, especially, if you're coming in here and for the agent to CEO, followed up with Rock and Rescue, is that you guys should be pretending that this is your event. This isn't my event. Yeah, I'm hosting it and just putting things together, but it's your event, and it's going towards some amazing causes, fighting human trafficking. So embrace it as your event and invite your people. If you have somebody, same thing as like with Build. This is a little bit of a different, obviously atmosphere, but it's I don't know how to really describe the night. It's a super special night, and it's worth your ticket to get in here to Cleveland, see our beautiful city. We're right on the river where this venue is. Dusty Black's gonna just absolutely tear the stage up, and follow that up with our friends of After Midtown. So get in there and Spotify, download their music, start listening to it, start learning the songs like us three have.
They're so
and
good.
We're gonna rock that night away.
They're all so good. Hey, BC, the URL is thehoneybadgerapp.com.
I posted it, BC.
Thehoneybadgerapp.com. It is the one. Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be an epic event. And then, of course, your Rock and Rescue is always epic. A lot of interesting things kind of going on. What conversations you guys have had that have kind of really stood out with agents and team leads and brokers, and kind of what kind of the pulse that you guys are feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's opportunity in the air. I mean, it's a little bit of a change in the marketplace is always good. Yeah, I mean, all positive conversations is what I've been seeing, and I think it's kind of a little bit of a change. It kind of rejuvenates everyone to want to step up their game, and I think that's all it's necessary. So I'm excited. I've been excited with every conversation I've been having. It's been good. It's been positive. Looking forward to just beefing up the value we add.
Yeah, I think it's getting people to kind of reset, right, and really get clear on really reevaluating what's the goal. Feels like a lot of agents have been really reactive over the last couple of years, and maybe developed some bad habits and maybe have lost sight of the bigger picture. So this is a perfect opportunity for them. And I mean, Agent to CEO is probably the best event for this. I mean, for what's going on in the industry to attend.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we will hit all of those points.
I don't know if it was me and you, John, or Jay, but last week we were talking about how a large subset of the agents, even here in Honey Badger Nation, that are, if you're less than 5 or 6 years in the industry, maybe even 6 or 7, you don't know what a down market looks like. You've never seen one. It's been all uphill pretty much since we started coming out of that last recession. Was that 2011? Maybe?
Really, since about, I'd say since 10 or 11, it's 10 or 11. Been nothing but up.
Yeah. Low rates, nothing but raising prices, reducing inventory. It got to a point. I remember the last time I could remember a similar environment was in 2005, when you didn't have to be good to sell a listing. You could just slap it in the MLS with pictures from your iPhone, and the sucker was going to sell quick with multiple offers, which is sort of what we've seen, here today. And I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was like, it was in 2009, 10, when we were coming up and out of that, is when I hired Kendall Reese Coaching and got coached because I needed a coach. So, when we have these downturn periods, it's when people need the mentors the most. They need the, if you are a top agent, what's the saying? Reach down, grab them up. If you need help, reach up. You know what I mean? And then collaborate with the people at the same level. And that's going to be very valuable to people. This group, this community is going to be even more valuable than it's been in the last 6-7 years now, because of, people, agents we see it in our revenue share, our dashboard. The number of agents joining is already reducing, and there's attrition. But most of the people, I think we could share this stat, Jay. I wrote it down. In the last 6 months at EXP, where did it go? I remember it. It was 82% of the agents who've left EXP in the last 6 months either had 0 or 1 transaction under their belt annually. So if that just gives you an idea, I mean, yes, we're going to be losing agents, no doubt, but 80% of them aren't selling real estate anyway. So it's nothing to be shocked over. In fact, it's the people who have both, if they're the ones that are all in, the people who have both feet in the water, both people that are attending and getting better, sharpening their swords and just building their skills, you're going to thrive instead of just trying to survive in this market, because we have literally thousands of agents getting out of the business right now. So just keep that in mind. Keep your chin up. And while you're keeping your chin up, make sure you're digging into these trainings and keeping that sword sharp.
Yep.
What should they be? Because I mean, I see it. People leaving. Either getting out of the business or actually leaving the company. And the number one indicator that if somebody, besides getting out just because it's not for them, they're going to go do something else. They gotta, they've got something else. This was just whatever. It's part-time. They weren't committed to this. But when I see a lot of people talking to that leave, they almost always leave because they don't feel supported from the people that brought them over. And so, speaking here to the Honey Badger Nation, what are some of the things that they need to be really extremely mindful of with the people that they've sponsored, the people they're supporting, and the people, in the downline? What do they need to be thinking about? What do they need to be doing?
Yeah, I mean, this is the time where when you reach out and and make sure that people are getting connected, make sure that people know about this call, make sure they know about the other calls and the training calls, and like Al was saying earlier, and with your group, if you've got a local group, get your local group together watching these trainings, because the grass always looks greener on the other side, but if they go somewhere else, they're not going to get the kind of training that they're going to get here. And so it's just it's important to love on your people, be reaching out to them, check in, make sure that everything's good, and find out what their needs are, and make sure they're getting plugged into all the value that they have access to through Honey Badger Nation and through EXP. So definitely important. Getting to events. Again, all of the things that we've been saying are going to be more important over the next 18 months.
Agree. Oh, man. What's up, everybody? What questions are on your mind? Anything that you're thinking about or need some more direction on, throw it in. Love to unpack it for you and keep you guys rocking and rolling.
I'll add one more thing. I saw a post in Honey Badger Nation of a lady who has recently got her license, and she was sponsored and by somebody here in Honey Badger Nation. It was funny because she was like, "Hey, I was added to this group, and I don't know what this Honey Badger thing is about, and why am I here?" And there was another post that was about someone whose sponsor basically abandoned her, like an abandoned child, and she didn't know who to turn to. And so my message to anyone who feels that way or don't know why you're here is, if you feel like, your sponsor's really just not, there for you, or they're trying to push you off, or they're not engaging with you, you think of Honey Badger Nation is your sponsor. That's who your sponsor is. Yeah. We are here to fill that gap. That's why we exist. We're here to walk alongside you on your journey and help guide you. We're not the hero in this. You're the hero. We're here to guide you to your wins, but you have to plug in. That part we can't do for you. So I don't, anyone listening to this, whether it's live or on the replay, and you're feeling like, man, my sponsor doesn't do nothing for me. Well, now you got us. And so lean in 100-0. No excuses. This is what we're here for. So.
Yep.
Always, always.
All right. We're about a 30-minute mark here. Like I said, little recap, John, on what John had said. We're adding more trainings. We're adding more of opportunities to collaborate with each other. And that's the other thing I want to mention, is that this isn't just about us getting up here and speaking. It's a collaborative environment. In a collaborative environment, people share ideas. People respectfully maybe even push against an idea because they had a different experience, not to disagree, but to just, put a different perspective in order. And that's how we grow, And so, come to these ready to share your wins. I used to tell my team years ago that if you come to the meeting and you have no wins to share from the week before, then you're not following the game plan, right? You know what I mean? You're not. This is a contact sport. In order to have contact, you have to have contacts, and that's text, that's calls, that's appointments, that's face to face. And through doing that, if you're doing that every week, which is a high leveraged activity, is getting in front of people, whether it's buyers, sellers, agents, you're going to have experiences, good and bad.
Yeah.
And by sharing the good and bad experiences is how, Jay didn't just wake up one day and was like, oh yeah, I know how to sell 530 homes a year. No, he traveled to conferences. He asked questions. He offered, what was working to him. And in return, when he gave what was working for him, he got, what was working for other people, which just helped him build his business easier and faster. It's about getting that from point A to point B the fastest we possibly can. And so come to collaborate, come to contribute. We used to say, John, you can comment it better on the mastermind, how we laid out the contribution rules.
Yeah. I mean, you had to, come in and add value. And, part of the agreement to be in mastermind is that you had to do, we did 3 events a year. You had to do 1, if not 2 hot seats. And, you have to share what's working, and then you get to be a little selfish to get the value from the entire group to help you solve, the biggest rock in your shoe. And, you said something about from a collaboration standpoint, and you have to understand there's a couple ways to share. One is from personal experience, right? And so this is one of the things that we would always talk about when you're giving your feedback. Make sure you're clear that what type of feedback it is. Is it personal? Hey, I had this personal experiences. I personally went through this. Then you have secondhand, right? Hey, I know Al went through this. This is what Al was wrestling with. This is how Al overcame it. And then third is, hey, this is a concept or an idea that I have. And so remember, there's 3 ways to give your feedback. And sometimes people take it as truth when you're sharing if you don't declare what type of information you're sharing. And so remember that in any type of environment that you guys are. I know a lot of you have formed small, masterminds within your community. You've done these things, but just make sure that, hey, when people are sharing, they're sharing what type of information, firsthand, secondhand, or a concept or an idea that they heard. And I think that will really help people be less confused. And it all comes down to communication. And I think right now communicating, is at a high level is what will continue to separate ourselves, and having those tough conversations with buyers and sellers. Had a collective group on this morning out of Virginia. And this is what we were talking about, right? That, you've got to have that conversation. And if you go back and if you've gone through CHSA, you get right into it in law number 1, law of expertise. You ask the tough question. And, that one of the tough questions is, what happens if it doesn't sell? What's plan B? And sellers over the last few years nobody's asked them that question. And so being able to ask those tough questions and then being able to, kind of articulate, the data and what's going on. So just communicate. communication, declaring kind of what type of, what you're saying is critical.
That made me look down at my notes here with the red zone closes from Coach Burt. The moment of truth, I think he called that segment. Number 4 was, how would you feel if we were having this conversation 1 year from now and you didn't insert their goal? You didn't, make $300,000, or you didn't, build the team with, 5 good producers or whatever it is. That's asking the tough question, getting them thinking.
That's right. And your AFAs aren't going to do that. And that's the conversations you need to even be having with other agents, right? And that was the example right there, right?
Yeah. Hey, Jay, Brian Elwinger was asking, what platform will the rapid funnel training be on? And I know
I want to say that it was.
I believe it's going to be Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It'll be Zoom. It'll be invite only. So there'll be a code to be able to access. You have to register and then access it. So it'll be a Zoom setup.
And how will they get the link to that Zoom?
It's a good question.
I think I swear Holly said that we were going to use Zoom and go live in the group.
We could do that as well.
Yeah. And so then you wouldn't have to register. So we'll be going live basically, piggybacking this first 30 minutes.
Yep. It'll go live in the Honey Badger Nation. And then we'll probably, if we can go live in another group, we'll go in the Honey Badger Leaders group as well.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Good questions.
Have y'all seen what EXP's using Restream? Have y'all ran across that yet? I think we need to look into it. It's pretty slick. They have me doing some training, and I'm doing the leadership meeting this Friday. So if you're around, tune in to the EXP leadership meeting. I'll be with Nolly. Me and Nolly are going to be co-hosting that. So should be some fun there. But they use this tool called Restream. That's pretty badass.
We'll have to take a look at it.
So that leadership meeting is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. That one.
Yes. Say again? I want to make sure I heard what you said.
Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is the leadership meeting you're talking about with EXP.
Yep.
Didn't know Nolly was going to be in the house too.
Yep.
Be fire. Absolute fire.
All right, fellas, I'm going to wrap up.
Cool. Appreciate y'all. Have a awesome week. If you guys need anything out there, feel free to reach out, connect, get those trainings on the calendar. Make sure you guys get plugged in and get your tickets to Agent to CEO.
Yep. Get your
awesome.
tickets.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks in the comments. See you, everyone.